Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mayor Jordan. We are back in Birdsong Bay, and, I said what I was going to do last time, and I've forgotten. Oh, no, I remember. We get there in the end. Didn't take too long, thankfully. I said that I was going to build something adjacent to this, or parallel to this, and then start to make this quite a high-density area. That still may ring true, like what I will end up doing, but we'll see how it looks before I make that full-on decision. So, okay. I'm glad I remembered. I started looking at it, I was like, what did I want to do? I really just could not remember in the slightest there, but that is fine. But I hope you all are doing well today. I'm doing pretty good myself. Recorded the other one just yesterday, so I'm actually, recording in decent time instead of it being, a good long time between, which is nice. It's always nice to, kind of get back into it without there being a massive gap in time. Because that does happen very often. It's very easy done, especially when doing other bits of work, so nice to be back to it so soon. I think one thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to expand this out. Probably, we might actually end up going to the highway. We'll go ahead and I actually need to buy soil. That's a rarity. Usually it's always sell, so that's kind of funny. But let's build like a little. We'll go around here, and then yeah, we'll come up through here. This will be like our little barrier wall, we'll call it for now. We'll slope this down a little bit so it's not quite so steep, and just a nice flat area to be able to build this new section of Birdsong Bay. I guess specifically Highland Heights. So, and I think it'd be nice having all this kind of like right off the highway. You see it off the highway, so like the high density bits there will maybe have like a IT cluster here, all that stuff. I think that'll look really nice. So we'll see how that pans out. All right, so I need to pause it real quick, do that. And then, do I need that anymore? I actually don't need that anymore, so that's even better. Having that connectivity without needing that is much more preferable. So, all right, so let's see what we're doing. I think, yeah, let's see what we want to do here. So I think one thing I want to do is I want to come off of here and let's use sort of just thinking how I want to design this. I'm going to use this little avenue, sort of a glorified one lane that just looks nicer. Actually, that's just exactly what it is. And we're going to build that out relatively far. And then we're going to start adding in this to keep it nice and dense. And, keep from any odd gaps and so on and so forth. And then what I'm going to do here is accept that. I'm actually going to turn that off now. Hey, we did have a student increase. I just saw that. That's amazing. So we'll build along this, connect up there, and I will build this out just that little bit more to not have to, worry about all of this. So we'll do that, and then I'll rebuild this bit just to, again, have it all correct. There we go. Then I think I can rebuild that with relative success. In fact, it may be even easier now. Maybe I'll even do that. There we go. And then I guess if I have that, I may as well make it equal on the other side. I know that's, perhaps boring, but at the same time, it is fun sometimes, for me at least, to have the symmetry. So we'll have it this time and just see how that goes. So I'm thinking for this bit, we'll come in here and here. This turned out different, didn't it? I wonder if it's because Oh, I see the issue. Okay. So this bit goes straight to there, then it curves. There we go. That's better. And I currently have the coast-to-coast radio on, but honestly, it feels like I'm in Battlefield. So let me switch this. Let's switch it to, how about some jazz? See how that is. Maybe feel too antsy on the other one, so we'll try that. And let's maybe even get a little funky by putting that in and just see how that performs, but it keeps, you know, that just a little farther apart from each other, and I think that'll be good. And then, so I think if you go up here and you go to, this will take me just a second to find because I've not really done this before. Also move my mic closer to me, so apologies for the delay there. So I think there's is there not a junctions or some sort of a section here? Is it traffic? No. So we got electric, water, education, I thought it was in here. But I very well could be wrong, or I could just be overlooking it. That's always possible as well. That's escape routes, which kind of forgot that was a thing, if I'm being honest. Traffic routes and then junctions. Okay, so it's basically that, but honestly, probably could just click the road in that time. And got there just as fast, but whatever. We did what we thought needed to be done. So we're going to do that down there as well. That's perfect. And that will leave all the same because I think they figure themselves out pretty easily. And let's see. Ooh, look at that. We got room for this little park here if we wanted to do that. But let's see what else we have room for, like specifically in this side. So that would be a perfect little fit. So with the dog park, which the dog park always makes, oh, it's actually not a perfect fit, but it would fit in there nicely. So that's always fun. I'm thinking have one of the parks there and then have another one, a dog park there, which they actually needed this anyways, the parks. Then maybe I'll squeeze in because it fits. Just a little Japanese garden there. Make this area quite desirable. Come on through here. Add in the popping. This jazz is too much for me as well. Maybe I should go back to the same old. Maybe it's just too new. You know, I'm so used to just the regular old music. Maybe that's the issue. So we're going to have that. Let's get a public library, actually. I like it right there because, you know, kind of on that corner, but it's tucked away a little bit. So I feel like that's going to be a nice little addition. And I think I'll even come in here and do our usual of, if we can add a path, it will be done. So let's do... That'll work, honestly. I know that could be curved and whatever else, but that'll be fine. Actually, let me do this. So, there we go. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a huge difference and probably didn't make any difference to the world, but at the same time, it's curved. All right. So we got people visiting the dog park, which is kind of fun. So people are willing to drive here literally to visit it. Literally 13 people and 4 tourists. Tourists wanting to go to this dog park specifically. Kind of wild. All right, so yeah, we're going to need some regular education. I'm thinking we get these community schools and the Institute for Creative Arts because, you know, we want to make it look a little bit more maybe high tech to a certain degree, so we'll be doing that. Now, I did want to make this section with some IT clusters, and I still can because there's no IT there, so this should be fine. Which is going to make some rather chunky, well, not even chunky, just very tall buildings, very, very tall buildings. So that's going to be something in itself, but we'll see how that goes. So I think I need to go in here, go to offices and IT cluster. So we'll add that on. And then I wonder, so if I do high-tech housing plus, this, you know, sort of, so high-tech housing plus this greenhousing. I'm curious how that will work. I don't know if it's just going to like wreck the housing or if they'll just upgrade, but it looks like an upgrade, so that may be good. So let's have that, and then let's go ahead and start zoning. So I think that there would be great. Now I may be careful because the IT cluster can truly get intense. So I'm gonna you can already see it's getting pretty tall. So I'm gonna start with just some basic little areas like this and not go too crazy. And you can see even the high-tech housing looks pretty crazy in itself, really. But, you know, sort of, let's methodically maybe place this like where, you know, people would want to live. And in my eyes, there's always low density mixed in with the higher density areas. So I'm thinking maybe have something like that, you know, some lower density, you know, maybe by the parks. Like this could be your Walgreens, even though in some cities, you know, you go to a Walgreens and they're in the bottom floor of a massive office building. That is the thing for sure. But you know, we're sort of imagining it on our own lot as well, so we'll figure it out that bit out too. So let's do another one about yay size, and then maybe we could come in here, make that and that a decent little section, make this little corner some commercial, put some residences within here. Same with this area because this is kind of a close, so I feel like a close will be like better off with that. So let's do that. By the park, 100% residential. By the school, I'm gonna do residential to there. Do a little bit of commercial beside it, and then we will do partial IT and oh wait, that's actually the commercial. And then we'll, yeah, partial IT here though. Here we'll do IT, and across this one, we'll make that a little IT cluster and just see how that goes. Same with this bit. So yeah, we're going to get some of these tall buildings plopping their way in. I think that's mighty okay. And then I wonder if we could get, you know, one of these like high interest towers, or you know, the transport tower, whatever it may be. Maybe start to get them in a little bit here, because they do fit within this style. So I mean, that's, you know, it's kind of helping fit wise. I do need to worry a little bit about noise, of course. I'm wondering if I put it right here, if that will it's basically okay. It would definitely be on the cusp of it's still noisy for some residents, but they seem more happy than they seem sad about it. So maybe we'll be okay, and maybe I'll even do this. Let's take that away, make that high density, and let's even do it to okay, there we go. I canceled that actually because I don't know. I think this is one full house, but let me actually just leave it and we'll see what happens with that without like risking changing its entire like fit essentially. So how are we doing here? So we now have 488 students. We're doing good. There we go. We just hit 500. That's amazing. So I just need to get to the end of the year though with that, which I think is going to be the harder thing. And what may be helping us actually is having this here, because we got a better population center, which is kind of why I wanted to put this here, closer to the actual university itself. So we can hope that that has actually worked. All right, so we can go ahead, and I think this section just makes sense to be residential to me. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm thinking maybe we should go ahead and add in another little, actually let's not go little, let's go large. Let's add in one of the parks right here. I'm wondering, can I make this connection? It feels like it would want to, just it's not agreeing because of how close it is, you know? But that's okay. Let's say I could literally just do that. And that's actually fine by me. There we go, and then we can see if we want to ever build anything off that, but for now that's pretty fun. Oops. Just thinking maybe we can build down to there. Just again, it goes to a crosswalk, maybe a nice way for people to walk through. Job's a good one. We'll hope that it works that way. Apologies if I forget to cut that out, but I had to mute myself to sneeze. I don't know if you could hear me like rubbing my nose. I was like, oh, please don't sneeze. And yeah, didn't work. Had to go for it. Hopefully I cut that out because that'd be, well, actually it wouldn't be awkward. At least I'm muted. It could be worse. There's been times where I've definitely forgotten to do it in general and just like ripped one, so could always be worse. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this area just to have it. So, you know, if I want to build anything here, expand this basically. We must have just won a game. Wow. And I'm going to say that this is going to really probably help that that area specifically. I'm happy about that. But yeah, we need like that few more students. But hopefully that'll happen at some point. And let's go ahead and, do I want to increase the student health care? I mean, maybe not. Let's do another IT engineering grant and see if anything comes of that. But okay, so everything seems to be running pretty well. I think having the metro is probably working in our favor for now. We currently have 228 people per week using it. A lot more people using buses, but buses are a lot more available. So that makes sense. And do I have crematories yet? I do not. I get that at 18,000, right? Yeah. So I will have that soon. And I think what we're going to do, now that I've kind of got this in, and I don't know what I want to do with it just yet, because I kind of like just how it is. I don't even want to put anything on the outside currently. But I do like, you know, as you're coming in, you see like a little bit more of a vibrant, tall town. You know, maybe we'll end up adding some, I might put like a football stadium or something in here. In fact, I don't think yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty dang loud, so I gotta find, like, this would be the exact point that would basically be safe for it. So yeah, we may do that. Just gotta, you know, kind of figure out a couple little things with them, and that's fine. That'll be easy. Wow, all the people using that. Wild. Jeez. Okay. I like to see it. That's for sure. But yeah, I think we'll start working on this area ever so slightly. I think working on the new waste management. Do I have them unlocked yet? No, I don't. So I need 24,000 for that. So maybe I won't actually work on that area. I may wait for that. And also post office, so important, but I forget about it. Okay. Yeah, it's such an easy thing for me to forget about, but such an important thing to have. I may actually put it in right here, just for the locale of being able to get around there. So that's like the main branch. Are these residents? What do I have around here? Okay, those are residents. Now I think that's, you know, with the size we're getting, like, yeah, that would still make sense, but it's not ideal. We'll say that. So we're gonna, you know, take claim, I guess, for better terms, and take their place for the time being, and put in a post office to help that area first and foremost. And then we're going to put in a post office here on this intersection, and we will even try, if we can, this may be one of our best hopes, putting it up over here to help that area. So I think that's fairly good coverage, at least for the time being, to kind of get us up and running with the post. In fact, that's making a lot more people happy, and not the most like probably efficient thing in the world, but hey, it is working. And I'll actually, I don't know if this counts as actually delivering the post. Yeah, I think it's literally just the place. Oh wait, this one. Okay, so it does actually sort post trucks, post vans, but I think it's a little bit different. So I think it still needs one of these, if I'm not mistaken. So let me put one right there, and I think that's gonna make that area even happier. In fact, yeah, you can see the buildings turning, so that is good. That's what we want. All right, so yeah, we need a little bit longer to get the. Once we hit 24,000, I think that's when I'll redo this area to make a waste management area specifically, and that'll be good. But for now, let's see if we can, get this. Maybe, how are we doing? So we're actually doing kind of bad. Let me do student healthcare. Let's see if that gets us a little bit more up there, because that, may help a little, get people a little bit more interested in the university. And another thing I can do is maybe, what if I was to add another dorm? Like, another place for people to stay. I know we have plenty of room in one, but does it increase anything? So I think it literally just increases how many people can be there. Yeah, maybe that's not ideal. Maybe I need like more. So yeah, that did I mean, I'm sure I've put one of these down just with how it would be desired, but I'll put another one down just literally for hopes of increasing the area's desirability. And I may put another dormitory down. I think I can actually. Oh, can I not fit it in there? Oh, it's because of that. That makes sense. Here, we'll put it like right at the end there. Then that's kind of fun because it's a little bit blocked. It's all fine. And maybe that'll help increase our maybe availability or whatever else to get us where we need to be. And yeah, we'll see if that works at all. There's definitely hope there. And then yeah, varsity sports gives out a free fan merchandise. Helps us win more, which is cool. And then that's for. Okay, so that's just advertising. Okay, that's fine too. We'll consider that for now. I don't feel like we're really struggling there because I mean I feel like these games are doing pretty good. Getting a good bit of money from that too, which is always fantastic. We're actually doing good in money in general. Things definitely are not a struggle. I think we got some rather high rated housing here too as well, because these are like the really nice ones. Like this is super nice. Jeez, it's always weird how there's 7 households in them. I really wish it was like 1. Like, I guess that's realistic population, but it just always seems so weird to me. The way that they sort of have done that. So let's see, with the metro, we could, perhaps expand, its reach, because we have this area over here. So, I mean, that's always something that may not be amiss to do. Yeah, we got a little bit of a garbage problem of reaching over there. Again, the waste transfer that we'll have later on would be great. We seem to have unlocked the next bit of the park. So we have the Trampoline Park now, which is the next one, which is fantastic. So now we have that down, so we can have all that going. So there we go. We've kind of reached like the peak of what the park can do. But I'm kind of okay with that. Like, I feel like it's turned out pretty good. A lot of people are walking through it. We're actually making a half decent income off of it. So, I mean, it's about all I can really ask for. So, I'll take that. Obviously, where I use these highways here, I've realized they can't actually walk around these roads. So that's probably actually a little bit weird for the walkability. I wonder if it would be worth upgrading to... This has no parking, correct? I think so, but let me change it to these. So it should go just nearly just as fast. It'll probably make these buildings... You see, it's zonable, which I do hate. Yeah, it messes up my zoning ever so slightly there, but whatever. But I just wonder if, you know, having the walkability is going to be generally more important there to everything. So we'll do that and see if that maybe helps any situations there that could arise. So this bit's a little bit busy, but granted, I wouldn't say this is any busy that I feel like I need to worry about it. It's just there's a lot of pedestrians, which, you know, makes sense considering it's a desirable area to be. So I'm kind of okay with it. Pedestrians are probably what's slowing it down the most, if I had to take a guess. And like the people coming out of the park, of course, because this seems to be the spawn point for that. You know, you can kind of take or leave it. If I wanted to, probably could. I could make this a slightly larger road to have a dedicated route lane. Like, or maybe even it might turn into 2 dedicated route lanes. I don't know if that would work. I guess until we try, we don't truly know. So let's see if I increase that. So yeah, that makes a dedicated route lane and then another route lane. So I think if I do that back to there, and I'll do this area as well for the reasoning of then there's 2 left lanes. It just may make the traffic flow that little bit better. And then I think if I was to come in here and turn this off, connect up there, so now they can go this way, go over and go around, which again I think could be important. Maybe, you know, not having to walk all the way across everything. And now there's a zebra crossing there, which is kind of nice. I don't know, I say zebra crossing, I'm here to an English woman, it happens. You get used to saying certain things. And then I think if I also had something like here, that might make things easier. Let's see, anything else maybe? No, I think that'll help in itself there, because that already does seem better, for sure. The parked cars are making it look a little worse in my eyes, but I think that's better, especially with these little zebra crossings layered down the line. So that's going to be good. So we'll go with that and be happy with that. And then I guess once we get 18,000, I feel like I'm doing pretty good for the day as well. So I think that's like the big goal of this one. Okay, so they're full in use. They're doing what they can. That is fine. How are we doing on regular care? We're doing okay. I mean, you know, things are as they are. You know, I like how this is looking. I gotta say, I'm actually pretty fond of like this area. You know, high tech, all like kind of more clean energy. I think that's nice. Well, I say clean energy. I probably got like cold things here somewhere still, but you know what I mean by clean, right? Totally. Actually, do I have? I guess I've got incinerated energy, but do I still have the coal plants anywhere? I do. We don't need that. We actually don't need that anymore, so we can just live off of non-coal sources now. So I feel like that would be probably a smart one to convert to. Yeah, I do look forward to redoing this. I might even end up moving it to somewhere a little less close to all this area. Yeah, we're going to need another. Let me actually put it right there, so kind of right at the end. But yeah, we're going to need the crematorium as soon as we can, which we're not far off. This is like the death wave right before we hit 18,000. It's just all these other ones are filling up. People just can't stop dying. It's crazy. That's all right though. Well, I mean, not really, but you know what I mean. But we're doing okay. Students are going up finally. a little bit at a time. I think we may have figured something out a little bit more there, so that's good. And I actually think if I was... Okay, so it's already part of the university, it looks like. Or the campus, so let's continue that. I was just thinking with how I've already set up these areas here, this would be great for the building, and then we can pretend this is like the university's hospital, which, you know, they would work with and, you know, learn to be healthcare professionals. So I think that'll be really fun. Sort of how my local hospital is, and where I, you know, have to go sometimes, all that good stuff. So, yeah, so that was fun. Let's see, is there anything else? It's funny how our original entrance, it's still being used, but it's actually not that, like, nothing looks that crazy. Like where we have these two exits and entrances and more stuff's over here. We're getting more business over this way, which is nice. I think that's keeping it, you know, just sort of quite tidy. So let's see. Just sort of looking around, sort of just thinking like, you know, we'll probably extend this at one point, come down here, you know, because we're going to eventually want to, you know, add on more to this area. It's always a juggling of, you know, making sure we keep the area nice, but also utilized for everything we want to put in. I feel like, you know, bringing it down that way will definitely be good to be able to put more buildings in, especially as we expand this to hopefully 5-star university. So we'll see how that goes. I think I'll have a little room for a crematorium like right here, or maybe here, or I could even replace this a little bit. I don't think anyone, I was going to say, I don't think anyone's using it and one person just uses it. Okay, two. Okay, two people. That's fine though. But yeah, I'm quite a fan with just how things have come together. I love how like that looks. I do want to, you know, get, you know, metro to more places. This area, you know, it felt a lot better when I was building it, like in my head before I built it, and then it ended up being so small. It was so incredibly tiny. I really don't like how that looks. It was so incredibly tiny. So not exactly, you know, what I had, I guess, conjured up in my mind of what could have been. But it is what it is. I think we'll just have to take it for that. In fact, I know I said I wanted to do the mix, but I think maybe it's the mix that looks weird. I think maybe it just needs to be all high density there to look more normalized. I think that's maybe the issue. So we'll see if that is the case. Like I'm fine with how this looks. It is a little irregular, but that was kind of the point. So that's fine. But you know, I love seeing all these people walking. Just all the Sims making their way through the area. I think looks so good. But yeah, I'm a big fan with how a lot of this stuff has turned out. And just going to shorten that because no point in making it as long as it was. I guess we must have lost a basketball game or something there. And I think, oh, there we go. 18,000. So we have crematorium. We have the advanced inland water treatment. Glassbox transport. Interesting. Wow. A cryogenic place, basically. Preservatory. Very hard for me to say. And that is neat. So let's go ahead, actually, with that. And, what am I looking for? The crematorium, yes. Let's get that going. We will put it beside most of these, you know, for efficiency's sake. And yeah, I think we're just going to have to say sorry to those 3 people using this, and actually maybe we can get away with it and you still have it. Maybe we can work something out here. Let's see, can I... Oh, end up killing that. the person's house. Oops, sorry about your business as well. Lol. And then we can start to empty this. Goes to the crematorium. That should be fine. And then we're gonna want one over here as well. I'll actually put. I was gonna say I'll put it right beside the high school. Maybe not the best, just maybe. Let's put it there. Empty that one out. That'll help, I think, considerably. Just sort of make that a little bit more tame. And then how we doing here? 515. Ugh, we're just getting so close to that 500 mark again. It's terrifying. Let's increase our academic staff to let's go to 10. And then let's do hospitality. And let's go for that. See what we get. So I can make 48 of them in total, apparently, which is wild. But is that 5,000 weekly or? Yes. So I just spent all my money. Let's put that back down. Let's buy one more. Jeez, I realized it was just eating my money away. That's fun. Whoops. Good to know before I went too crazy on it. Another coal plant. We can take that away. In fact, I can double check, make sure nothing's too stand down. No, we're good. And yeah, power's okay. We're not having outages yet, so I feel like that's going to be making it okay for the time being, at least. So, yeah, from here, I think what I want to do is build a little stadium area, but I think we'll do that next time just to not make this one too long. So I will see you guys then, and we will work on the stadium. Maybe we'll work towards getting, 21,000? 24,000. Maybe we'll try to get 24,000 people next time as well, so we can start unlocking these things to do even in the episode after next. I think that would be great. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Talk to you guys in the next one, and goodbye.